Spider-Man Unlimited was a really special game, despite all the chances that it shouldn't have been. It wasn't even Gameloft's first Spider-Man game. When it launched back in 2014, the App Store and Google Play were already flushed with endless runners. Temple Run, Subway Surfers, Minion Rush, everyone wanted a piece of that genre. On paper, it looked like another one of those games. In reality, it was trying to do a lot more. The first thing that made it different was its presentation. Rather than copying the style of other superhero games, the game embraced comic books. Every story unfolded through comic panels, characters talked through speech bubbles, boss introductions looked like pages straight out of Marvel comics. It immediately had its own identity. Then there was the Spider-Verse. Nowadays, seeing dozens of Spider-Man together feels normal, of course. Few had the Spider-Verse movies, Marvel Rivals, MCOC, and whatnot. Back in 2014, that wasn't really the case. Spider-Man Unlimited was introducing players to variants years before casuals even knew they existed. Instead of unlocking stronger versions of Peter, you were collecting Spider-Man from completely different universes anymore, and the list just kept growing. Eventually, the game featured well over 200 Spider variants. Collecting them became almost as addictive as playing, even though gameplay itself was very simple. Run, swing, punch enemies, dodge obstacles, fight bosses, and just repeat. But simplicity wasn't really the point. The game constantly gave players something new to chase. New story chapter, limited time events, new Spider-Man. If you played during its peak, chances are you logged in almost every day just to see what happened. And that's exactly where the game's biggest strength slowly became its biggest weakness. Spider-Man Unlimited wasn't designed to feel like a normal mobile game. It was a live service game. Almost everything revolved around Gameloft servers. The game was constantly evolving, but it also meant its future depended entirely on one company deciding if it was worth keeping alive. As the years went on, mobile gaming changed. Gameloft changed as in mobile games became less common. Supporting older live service titles became harder to justify. Then, in March 2019, Gameloft just shut the servers down. Just like that. The game disappeared. You couldn't simply keep playing like an old console game. Without the servers, most of the experience vanished with them. For a lot of players, that was surprisingly painful because mobile games have a strange reputation. People often treat them like they are disposable. Play them for a few months, delete them, move on. But that's not how everyone experienced Spider-Man Unlimited. For many mobile consumers, this was the Spider-Man game. They grew up with it, collected hundreds of Spider variants, finished every comic issue, waited for every new event. Felt like losing a piece of gaming history. Normally, that's where a story ends. A game shuts down, people move on and forget. But then something unusual happened. Fans started bringing it back through reverse engineering. A community known as Spidey Hub began figuring out how the original game worked. People dug through encrypted save files, modified the APKs, restored progression, unlocked content, even supported mods and additional content. The goal wasn't to replace Spider-Man Unlimited, it was to preserve it. Today, that community project is known as Spider-Man Unlimited Remastered. Despite the name, it's not an official remaster per se, it's better described as a fan restoration. The original game still founds the foundation. The community simply refused to let it stay buried, and they are still working on it. The project continues receiving updates. There is even a much bigger update currently in development that fans often refer to as Spider-Man Unlimited. Despite the name, it's not a brand new sequel. Think of it as a major evolution of the original restoration project with even more content and improvements planned. Whether that project eventually reaches the end everything the team hopes for, only time will tell. But honestly, that's not the most interesting part of this story. The interesting part is that people still cared enough to try. Most mobile games quietly fade away. Spider-Man Unlimited almost get to. Almost. Years after it's shut down, people are still making videos about it like me. Still replaying it, still improving it. For something that was supposed to disappear in 2019, Spider-Man Unlimited has been surprisingly difficult to kill. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more gaming documentaries like this, and I'll see you in the next one.